Everyone, I want to address some concerns. There is a blog that dropped today, and there's the obvious question, where is Polaris? Well, we're going to answer that sort of, and stay tuned because we got to go through some of the things and what to expect from, when you see a data mine and all these things here. So stay tuned. We're going to get right into it right now. So first things first, the blog dropped and answered a couple of burning questions. Where is Shatterstar going? Where was Multiple Man going to be available? But it left out kind of something important. So Polaris has been the Strike Pass character for the past 2 times. And realistically, this has been the least available character for free-to-play that we've had, I think, in Marvel Strike Force when it came to unlocking a legendary. So there's been some concern, and hopefully we can kind of address some of what you're hearing. And, well, so Shatterstar actually is going to be pretty available. I know we're a little bit panicked because, oh my goodness. But he had an event. So if you missed out on the campaign event, you're going to get a chance to participate in a blitz where he's featured ASAP. More importantly, he's going to be going into the arena orb at that screen drop rate, which doesn't feel as good. But still, he's available for random access here. So just make sure you do that blitz. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. You'll see that Multiple Man is hitting Doom 3-9. Now, that may be good or bad for some folks, depending on where you are in the game. And so remember, that's one of the harder nodes to access for players. So when we say, oh, he's farmable, he's available. Well, realistically, Doom is the endgame missions for endgame players. So still not that available, the Arena Orb. So this team is going to come down to a couple of premises here. First things first, well, I'll show you why Polaris isn't available. So if you guys go right now into your daily objectives, you guys will see that there is some time left to buy this Strike Pass. And if you buy this Strike Pass, you can accumulate more shards of Polaris. So if she was available right now during this duration, this would create a lot more fear and a lot more uncertainty in whether or not you were going to unlock Adam Warlock. Now, legendaries are typically where Boundless makes a lot of their money. The idea that if we go back to one of the first legendaries in Nick Fury, they were selling us this ridiculous $99 Kree Minion pack that literally made gaming news headlines around the world. And that is something that I want you guys to understand. This isn't something new when they're creating this pressure, I've got to get this legendary. This is something that is the standard. So, all right, there is a reason why this is mysterious. I think that Adam Warlock probably won't be. So if today's Friday, tomorrow will be Saturday, and you'll probably be watching this on Saturday. And then there's Monday when Jubilee comes out. Now that's the thing, right? They're kind of like if you're not getting Jubilee, you're not getting Adam Warlock. But so that's part 1. Okay, remember that. But part 2 is they'll release the information closer to Adam Warlock's release. And I expect that if indeed we see an availability update for Polaris, it will be closer to the expiration, if not after this expires. That's why I think Adam Warlock is probably in about 9 days. So stay tuned. I mean, there's some more information coming soon. So a lot of the questions and a lot of the concern is, I saw somewhere that she's going on a node. We're going to talk a little bit about that because we're going to show you the actual data mine. This was the information, and you guys can take a look here. This was the information that was data mined. Was Polaris is now in Cosmic 1-6 and will replace Kree Noble. Okay. Availability update: recruit Shatterstar. Shatterstar character is now available in Arena Orb for 800 credits. Additionally, Scream will move out from the Arena Orb and be featured for 975. And then availability update for Multiple Man. Multiple Man character shards are now available in Doom 3-9. So 2 of these 3 things have already happened. And have already been announced. So data mines aren't a given. They're in the files, and a company can choose whether or not they implement the information. There have been plenty of times where data mined info is just simply incorrect, inaccurate, or potentially even just a red herring. And so stay tuned. This is something that I think she'll probably wind up there. But the question is, will it be in time for you to get Adam Warlock? And so if you're asking yourself that question right now, you're the reason, that's the reason why we don't have the information. Not you're the reason, but that's the reason why we don't have the information. They want you to impulse buy the offers that come up for them. So that should hopefully help you figure out where to get Polaris. So I think, and the idea behind this is what baffles me is, so free-to-play have probably, I think, want to say 90? So 45 from the free. So you've got 90 and maybe some of the event or somehow you've got an additional from orbs or whatnot. So that means you've got a long path to a 5-star to get Adam Warlock. So I want to understand, if you're free to play, please leave comments if you've gotten previous legendaries. I think Jubilee probably was an easier legendary to acquire because of Yags and Dark Dimension 4. And so we have to really understand, where you are in acquisition of the character. I obviously am going hard. I'll have a 7-star Adam Warlock. He's my favorite character, and I'm still actually working on ISO to get the 7-star, the multiple man to G14 to be able to access this new mythic legendary. That being said, I want to set this expectation now. There is a good chance, based on this information, that the company is okay with free-to-play not accessing legendaries the first time they come around. Now, it looks like they've had a relatively faster, accelerated schedule as they pulled more legendaries out and made them on a different calendar, which is interesting. Part of that, I think, was to keep us guessing as to what was next. But the other piece of the puzzle is, well, hopefully you get this legendary before their arena meta is largely solved. So stay tuned. When Polaris drops, we'll get some information in your hands. But just for now, to answer your question, where is Polaris? Well, she's exclusively found in the Strike Pass, and we'll probably have some offers coming up when you get to the when we get closer to Adam Warlock. Remember, I do things so you don't have to. We're going to be evaluating the full team here. We have gotten the Infinity Watch almost ready to go. You'll take a look at my X Factor and obviously Jubilee. I just finished Jubilee's ISO. It took me almost 2 weeks to finish her to get there from 4 to 5. I was specifically targeting that. X Factor is going to be a challenge here. And so I just was curious if there's any offers popping up yet here. Obviously, Strike Pass is the only thing that you can point to in the game files that let you make sense. So the answer, where is Polaris? And I think you need to ask yourself, when is Polaris? And the answer is probably shortly before or after her Strike Pass is over. And so last piece of the puzzle, I want you guys to understand something. Okay, so if you're looking at legendary events and you're panicking, well, that's on purpose. Regardless of where you are in the game, there is some degree of pressure that they want to apply to you so that you impulse perform certain actions. Okay, so the last piece of this puzzle is legendary access. When they're typically first release, they're available for 5 days. Typically. What'll happen is we'll have that information. It'll be in there when we have the legendary. You'll be able to see that, the duration, and you'll know that you'll have a certain degree of time. I suspect that we may even get her in such a short span that you may have 6 or 7 days, including the 5 days of the entire event to unlock Adam Warlock to bring him up. So that is the final piece of the puzzle. We'll have to find out if they change the legendary release window. In fact, so that first one is typically 5 days. So Stay tuned.